Let's review dividing whole numbers by fractions. And I put some hints up here for you to go back and look at. We know that we are dividing when reading a story problem if we read where we are splitting something, sharing something, cutting something, grouping something, or if it just comes right out and tells us that we're going to divide something equally. We talk a lot about how dividing is inverse to multiplication. So hopefully you have seen or you will see the relationship to multiplication as we divide a whole number by a fraction. So I put a little hint on the video. It says, remember that what you are dividing always comes first when setting up your problem. So what you have or what you are splitting, cutting, sharing, grouping, or dividing will always come first. Oftentimes, that's a numerator when we're working with fractions. So this says, excuse me, Jesse needs 1/4 foot pieces of wood for, this is obviously 1/4 measurement, 1/4 pieces of wood for the model cars that he's working on. If he has 3 feet of wood, how many cars can he build with his wood? So let me grab my light here. We're going to look at this 2 ways, just like multiplication. What we have is 3 feet of wood. So what we have is going to come first when setting up this problem. Now, what we're dividing it by, splitting it, cutting it, sharing it, grouping it, is into 1/4 sections, 1/4 foot sections of wood. So this problem would say 3 feet divided by 1/4. So 3 feet of wood divided into 1/4 foot sections. Now, of course, we're going to use the model first because the model is our standard here in 5th grade. You have to understand the model because it's going to show up that way on your EOG, and you can use the algorithm to check it. So if I use this piece of wood to represent, let me actually copy this one. That's what I want to do. Nope. Let me get rid of that. If I use this piece of wood, remember you can use your 3 dots on Jamboard to duplicate the exact same shape. And we like that because fractions are the equal sharing of something. Okay. All right, so we've got this to represent the 1st foot of wood, the 2nd foot of wood, and the 3rd foot of wood. Now, what we're going to do with that fraction model is if we have to divide it into 1/4 sections, then that means I'm going to cut each piece of wood into 4 sections. So each one of these represents 1/4 foot of wood. So we've got 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. So that is 1 foot. So we know that Jesse can build, let me go back and grab my white. We know that Jesse can build 4 cars because this would be 1/4 plus 2, or plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. So Jesse can build 4 cars out of the first foot. We know that the model looks exactly the same. So that means that he can build 4 cars out of the second one and 4 cars out of the third one. So we know just by drawing our model that Jesse can build 12 cars. But let's check our division problem with the algorithm to check our answer. So if Jesse had 3 feet of wood, we're going to put that whole number always over a fraction using the keep change flip, KCL. Remember, you must understand the model because this will not help you determine your answer on an EOG, but it will be important when you go to 6th grade. And flip is the reciprocal, so we're going to flip this last fraction so we get 4/1. Okay, now we're going to use our strategies for multiplying fractions, which is straight across the numerator, straight across the denominator. So 3 times 4 is 12. Over 1, we know that says 12 divided by 1, so that equals 12. So our algorithm checked out. Jesse can build 12 cars with 3 feet of wood if each car required 1/4 foot of wood. You're probably already noticing that when we are using this strategy, it also relates to multiplying your whole number by your denominator. All right, guys, hopefully that helps you out with some problems today. Let me know what questions you have.